That should do it. Hi, I am Sam. Um, I don't really know why I decided to record, but it just felt like something to do. So uh, to make it not just completely me talking, I've turned the camera around so I don't get like caught up looking at my own face. This is kind of just going to be a talking thing, and I'm gonna intentionally name it as like boring as possible so not a lot of people view it, or there's not a high chance of that. I don't know if I'll ever make a video like this again, um, but to make it not completely boring and to give it some structure, I just found a few things in my room that I thought might be nice to talk about. Um, so I'm Sam. Um, I'm kind of been going through a weird time lately, and um, so I don't want to wallow in that anymore because I spent all day in bed today. So I'm going to instead move on to number one, a spine from a honey locust tree. Is this ASMR? Should I do ASMR? Um, so this is something my professor actually picked up and kind of showed the bus. We were on like a field trip for the class. It's a weekly lab that we took about a bus and we went on places in nature. It was a forest ecology class, so we spent a lot of time identifying trees, looking at different environments. This is a spine from the bark of a honey locust tree, and it's quite a prominent one. You won't usually find one like this, so I thought it was very cool and very, I don't know, what do you think? I don't even know if you can see it that well. Um, the next thing I have is some vitamin D supplements. Um, I, I my doctor told me I had like 2 years ago that I had a vitamin D deficiency, but I didn't want to take like medicine for it because I didn't want to pay for that. Um, but I saw online and like a couple of my friends were taking it, or just supplements in general. So yeah, I've been taking it for like 3 weeks. I haven't noticed like I don't know what it's supposed to feel like when it like kicks in, or even if this is like, because it's like over the counter. I saw online that it might not be as potent as like supplements aren't regulated in the United States like normal FDA approved stuff is. Um, Regardless, I like that it's there. It feels like I'm addressing part of an issue, and hopefully, yeah, I want to say it's helped work, you know, improve my mood a bit. I'll let you know about the bones and immune health, but there's that. I started seeing someone, a new psychiatrist, who said you should take all these different supplements. You should take NAC, you should take magnesium, and I'm open to it, but I haven't thought that much about it. It seems like kind of like I'm like really scraping the bottom of the barrel for solutions if I start becoming like a supplements person. If you heard that, no, you didn't. I already showed you that. Next thing I have is this little vase. I don't know where I got this, but I used to store like a brush that I used to paint a Buddha board with, if that's what it's called. I was given a board for Christmas one year when I was a kid that if you drew water on it, it would evaporate really quickly. Like it was a special kind of canvas, like almost like stone, but not quite. So I don't know where I got this, but I feel like it was from that's what I remember using it for. But I have it right now because I came back from a I went to Philadelphia for a day to see some friends, and I was really tired. And my brother knew, I live with my brother. It's just my brother right now in our childhood house. Um, uh, and I came home really late, and then I saw this on my bedside, and it's all gone now, but this is filled with lollipops and a bunch of stuff that he had from last Christmas that he didn't eat, and they're all gone because I ate them all. Um, but my brother doesn't usually do that. I thought that was a very nice gesture of him. Um, and I thought that was very sweet. Um, uh, yeah, I've been. He's noticed that I've been like staying in bed a bit more these past few days. I think part of it is I'm figuring out how to talk to my sister about something important. Um, it's not something like a usual sibling thing because our parent isn't able to function anymore. It's kind of on us to figure out household stuff, and she's in charge of money, and I have big questions to ask just about security in the next couple of months, maybe like year or two. I've It's taken me like a month to work up the courage to even say that I need to talk, and we're supportive, but sometimes it feels like she doesn't understand me, and um, I don't know. We kind of grew up with pretty emotionally unavailable parents, so it's hard to deal with conflict, and I think in a way that most people could or would. I was watching a bunch of funny art videos earlier of like this like guy and his relative like they're constantly they're like love irritating each other, and I was like, oh my god, like I cannot even imagine. Um, because it feels like every little if I offend her, it feels like I'm going to be kicked out in the streets, but it's not like that at all. So it's been weighing on me. I think a lot of things have, but it's also that on top of it's spring break. Um, I have a bunch of work that's been piling up. I told a lot of people that this year, I'm finally in a better place. I can focus on school, and then look what happens. Um, just a bunch of things that were in my control and out of my control. Um, so it's kind of like not doing much right now. The last thing is I recently switched back from a medication I've been taking for a while, which I thought was helping, but I'm I had a feeling that it wasn't. So I finally talked to someone who would listen say, about it, and um, so it's tapering that off, and then replacing it with something else that'll hopefully I'm giving another medication a shot again, and it's going weird. I'm getting some creativity back, and I'm having a little bit more motivation to try new things. Before I was just let me not get ahead of myself. It's just one video. Um, but I also feel really sad, um, or not sad necessarily. Yeah, sad. I have hope in the future because I'm currently um, I'm almost 2 months into transitioning on testosterone. So having that, just kind of passively waiting and knowing that I am turning out as someone who I want to be, that kind of passive yield has helped me look towards the future a bit, and knowing that I have a bright future ahead. Even though it kind of feels like my body is always telling me like, nah, bro, you're fucked. Um, so that's kind of what I've been dealing with for the past few days. And um, was there anything else? Oh, this one, which I thought I'd make the thumbnail because it's cool. I got it at a thrift store like a few weeks ago. I don't know if you can see it. If I put it close, my camera has part of its lens covered by a case, which I have not replaced for some reason. So it doesn't focus on things really well. So I'll try putting this in, see if that focuses. But it's a beetle or a scarab. It's a fake scarab. As a prank, I like talked to my brother and I was like, without showing it at first, I was So I made a really big decision. I decided to get a pet, which I wanted for a long time. And it wasn't the animal that I was expecting, and it's a pretty big deal, and I don't know how to tell my sister. So, yeah, I got a bug, and then I showed it, and his face fell. So I must have gotten him a little bit. Um, but yeah. This is my dad's closet. Currently, I live in my dad's room. Not his room anymore. He lives in a facility now. He has Alzheimer's, and it's progressed quite a bit. I won't get into it in this video, but probably another one. But this is his closet. Man, I would have loved to have a closet like this when I was younger. We kind of lived in very small rooms, so uh, um, it's adjusting to a bigger room and a queen size bed, not a twin size bed. Okay, that's pretty much it. I have a desire to talk more, but if I talk more, will anything meaningful come out of it? Is there anything meaningful coming out of this? Will anyone even see this? I don't know. I don't know. I'm always the try. I'm always the type of person to try to see the positive things. Try to look at things optimistically. Kind of leave things at a good high note. But uncertainty is something I'm trying to embrace more. Trying new things. So I'm talking to my sister tomorrow, and I feel like I can't really talk to anyone about it. So I think that's why I'm talking to you, whoever's listening. I don't know how it'll go. I'm afraid of being judged. I'm worried that if I ask for something, um, I'll be treated differently from now on. But she's been supportive in other ways, and I know she's trying her best. She's in charge of a lot that she didn't have a say in. Um, but that's my video, I think. I don't want it to end. I just want this to keep going because I'm talking and I feel like I haven't done that in a few days, but I think it'll give me reason to do this again. That's something, right?